Where there's a will, there's an A. College. College is big business. Make a good impression. Appearance. Image raises grades. Use erasable pens. Sit in front row. You get more attention. If you stand out, you get the breaks. Little elephant and little rope example. Learned helplessness. Read material into tape. Tape class. And listen to both. Make use of a variety of study techniques. Review once per semester or twice per year. Highlighting postpones learning. Only mark what you don't know and go over review info. Use index cards for quick review. First and last facts are remembered best. Study in short bursts to take advantage of first, last facts being remembered best. 5 to 10 minute short bursts. Concentration is highest at first and last segments of studying bursts. Breaks help with concentration. Grades come from right answers. Fewer distractions in front row, easier to concentrate to. Tiger, cat, example. With leaning or crouching forward, example. Tiger closer to mouse. Choose courses you like. Don't let hard courses fool you. Test professors before they test you. Poor instructors can ruin class. Select instructors as carefully as you select courses. Take audit difficult courses. Create a file on professors. Use books may provide insight on a course. Talk to students currently taking courses. It's in the mind. It's only because of what we think. Read your test books early. Some professors follow book. Fatigue causes slow blood flow. Breathe deeply. Helps versus shallow breaths. Spreads more efficient oxygen to body. Raise feet overhead. Blood flow efficiency. Use both sides of the brain. Example, read silently and listen to recording of reading. Einstein couldn't read till 7 years. We think in tiny ideas. Take notes in fragments versus sentences. You can change, develop muscles and brain. Can't change height or hair growth. Left and right brain work differently. Take classes in weaker of two brains to develop other brain. Read passively for enjoyment. Read actively with pen when studying. Create possible test questions as you go. Launch a full-scale attack. 2-week massive attack. Go like crazy for 2 weeks, then pull back. Successful mindset. I will make it work without timeline. Persistence pays off. 0 absences. Be there. Attendance. Most important aspect of good grades. A students missed half class per semester. C students missed 4 classes per semester. Never miss a class. Extra credit. Make extra credit mandatory. Always do the extra credit. Sign in story about rain, Saturn, clouds. Ask questions. Pre-test yourself. Build exam files. Study old exams. Make up your own exams while reading. Make up questions as you read. What is the Olmec problem? Example. Make questions out of chapter and section headings. Study in very bright lights. Bright lights reduce depression. Don't miss the first last minute of class. Become an expert test taker. Volume pays and short paragraphs do too. Break long thoughts into short paragraphs. Neatness raises grades. Answer all questions. Use the whole period to complete your exam. Double check your answer sheets. Go with initial hunch when based on information you've studied and put into brain. Trick your brain into your favor. Lucky pen example. Create psychological advantages for self. The key to perfect papers. Volunteer to edit a friend's paper. People that write the best get the promotions. Hamburger and milkshake example. Perfect presentations. Plain cheeseburger compared to a terrific one. Written work is a game of comparison. 5 steps to better writing. Structural outline. Sentence outline. First draft. Refine. Recast paragraphs. Polish paper. Read papers aloud. Registration tricks. Never give up getting into a course. Learn to use your memory. 3 methods of memorizing learning. Rote, most difficult and time-consuming. Recognition, and relearning. We store everything in our brains. Scholarships and jobs. There may not be enough applicants for scholarships. Neatness counts in scholarship applications. Get into something you like regarding jobs. Postcards and phone calls. Ask for grade changes before the grades go to the registrar's office. Grades can be a matter of timing. Pie example. Night owls and early birds. People have different biorhythms, biological clocks. Study according to your biological clock. Be prepared to bail out. Sign up for extra hours and drop courses that are uncomfortable. Shrewd people get out of bad situations very quickly. Don't be afraid to drop a course that isn't working. Build your own library. Look at what smart rich people read and read those books. Look at what dumb poor people read and do not read those books. Psychology, self-help, success, books for starters. Use your imagination. Presentation with props. Ease stress. Put notes on back of props. Create innovative tricks to learn material for exams. Use positive affirmations. Henry Ford. If you think you can do it, you're right. If you think you cannot, you're right. You're still right. Tighten up, then relax. Bring back joyful moments. Imagine having success. Condition your mind with affirmations. Meditation or sitting quietly in a room for 5 to 10 minutes daily. Take worthwhile notes. Take notes with a purpose. Use keywords, not sentences. No yellow marker. Read actively with pencil in hand. Review notes immediately after class. Use index cards to review notes. During waiting periods, make copies of all your notes. Review your notes out loud. Stay mentally, physically, and spiritually fit. Where there's a will, there's an A. High school. Very few people use study techniques. Getting good grades is easy if right tools are used. Sledgehammer, sharp, axe example. Students get credit for right answers. Attendance, front row seating, improve grades. Experiment and ask questions to improve. Get creative. Study less, learn more, study smart. First to last things you study are easiest to recall. Concentration peaks at beginning, end of studying. Increase your firsts and lasts. Study in short bursts. Carry index cards with you. Turn in picture-perfect exams. Use erasable pens. Northwestern rewrite Blue Book experiment example. Rewritten Blue Books got higher grades. Appearance counts. Psychologically beautiful presentations, speeches are scary. Use props to give speeches easily. Shift focus from people to prop. Left brain logical. Right brain creative. Nightlight example and freshman student speech example. Put notes on back of props. This eliminates fear of forgetting speech. Props also take focus off of you. Psychological technical tricks can be helpful. Pin or lucky pin example. Elephant string example of learned helplessness. Change your psychology with techniques that work. Dog scratching door example. Take advantage of time. Use frustrating waiting time to study. Use index cards during downtime. Mind needs intervals between absorbing, learning, memorizing information. Long-term memory takes place by intervals. Tape recorder for lectures and reading notes. Trouble learning. Read, listen, write, watch. Use techniques to learn things. Psychologically, you can begin to believe anything. Goals. Write goals regularly. Make them specific. State them positively. War veteran golf example of visualization. Set goals in all important areas of life. Put your goals in time frames. Keep score. Let your goals belong to you alone. Trumpet player example regarding time and goals. Yellow markers postpone learning. Mark what you don't know. Review and car manual example about driving. John Kennedy example of pronunciation. Learn to exercise your brain. Left brain logical, analytical. Right brain creative, artistic. Start doing left-right brain things. Read, watch, left-right brain media. You can program your brain for success. Reading group example of learned expectation. Psyched into success. Approach left-right brain people appropriately. Example, law student in swim class. Exercise your muscles and your brain. Super learning book suggestions. Tense up, smile, warm up, recapture great experiences. Imagine, plan for success. Basketball mind example. Repeat positive affirmations. Henry Ford. If you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're still right. Mental games exercises. Example, puzzles, chess. Brain gets tired like muscles. Prop up feet. Blood oxygen efficiency. Deep breaths. Eat something sweet. Brain thrives on meditation. Pick out techniques that work for you. Psycho-cybernetics and other books. Choose what classes you like. Don't be afraid to get out of a bad situation. Blimp sailor example of hanging on too long. Successful investors are those who get out early. Make the best of all situations. Concentration example with lion, cat, and leaning forward. Get to know your teachers. Pick good teachers over good courses. Pie example of over-effectiveness. Psychological edge equals over-effectiveness. Sometimes the difference between an A or a B is timing. After a bad test, ask teacher to go over test and explain where you went wrong. Full speed ahead. Overstudy for 1 week. Overreach, then recover. Psychologically, we remember first things. Example, Kleenex, Xerox, etc. Success and failure is a mindset. I will do it. I'm going to give it all I got. One-armed friend example of persistence. Remember, persistence wins. Develop and learn to use your memory. Memory books. Word association techniques to link. President's example. 3 kinds of memory. Rote, relearn, recognition, and link. Use all senses when memorizing. Example, read, listen, and write. Extra credit. View optional extra credit as mandatory. Turn in all extra credit. If no extra credit offered, ask what you can do. When you turn in extra credit, ask for another. Ask teachers what you can do to raise your grade. Increase your reading power. Read actively for learning with pen in hand. Make up test questions. Olmec problem example. Write questions after chapter headings. Warm up before reading. Example, visualize, think about topic. If you get tired, stand up and read. Chemical changes take place when you learn. Example, brain memory and muscle memory. Study according to your biological clock. 3 types of people, night owl, early bird, and normal. Biological clock, biorhythm, sets your type. Study when the time is right for you. Metabolism, fast, slow, depending on type of time and day. Master the art of studying. Study first, then play. Do the hard stuff first, then easy stuff. Basketball, rain example. Driving basketball example. Vince Lombardi, I do not expect perfection. I do expect excellence. Edit friends' papers to learn more. Study old exams. Look for patterns. Find patterns that exist because they are easy to follow. Become an expert test taker. Look at tests like a contest. Warm up psychologically. Psych up for success. Read what successful students read. Don't read what unsuccessful students read. Sit up front. Less distractions in front. Closer to teacher, board. Psychological barriers are in the mind. Weightlifter and banister example. Watch out for limiting words on tests. That is, all, only. A lot of exceptions for all and only. Nutrition, diet affect grades. Use positive words. Write short paragraphs. Volume does pay. Use headings. Answer easy questions first. Builds confidence. Leave room for more information on essay exams. Ask teacher clear up ambiguities. First hunch is usually right on true-false questions. Hunches are based on knowledge. Tennis example of coming back. Fail first test, you can come back. Take worthwhile notes. Be brief. Use keywords. Review notes immediately after class. Use index cards and study in short spurts. Copy notes in case of losing notes. The key to perfect papers. Cheeseburger, milkshake, critique, and comparison example. Appearance of papers count. Extra garnish, seal example. Compare your own work to a 4-star restaurant. Presentation of material is very important. Image matters. Mapping for writing papers. 5 topic sentences. Space after each topic. Edit refined paper. Write first draft informally. Nova example of how names affect people. Similar example, that is Ford Turtle versus Ford Mustang. Read test books before class. Stay 50 pages ahead. Potential exam questions are often revealed in last minutes of class. Become an educated guesser. Don't skip questions you can't answer. Make a mark by the question. Use abbreviations in note-taking. Use keywords. Tape record lectures. Read notes aloud. Studying foreign languages. Choose the right teachers. 1/3 of jobs have work overseas. 4 out of 5 new jobs are created by foreign trade. 3% of high school students are competent in foreign languages. Choose a foreign language you like. You'll do best at the things you like and enjoy. Get involved with your language. Magazines, stamps, coins, trips are examples. Memorize out loud. Have labels around the room. Stay one lesson ahead to make each class like a review. Studying math and science. Only 6% of high school students know algebra. Don't try to learn overnight. Study with a friend or parent. Think as algebra as a puzzle or a riddle. 10 to 12 key principles to answer 80% of math problems. We learn by making mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Athletes always have coaches. Work science math one step at a time. Math science formulas can be written on test. Study cram right before test, then rewrite formulas. Look for daily applications of math and science. Learn tricks and shortcuts techniques from teachers. Precision alone will add about 20% to grades. That is, write figures clearly, place columns precisely, copy numbers correctly. Attendance. Attendance and sitting in front are more important than studying hard. Professor Olney's class attendance example with tests and attendance. Missed classes means lower grades. Financing your education. Time to start financing college is when in high school. 1 to 2 activities increases grades. Inactive students' grades are lower. 10 to 15 activities, students' grades are lower. Good grades get scholarships. Take advantage of financial aid offered. $4 billion in grants scholarships annually. Neatness is necessary for scholarship applications. Prepare for the ACT and SAT tests. Take tests early to get the best courses. Grades are important and prepare you for ACT, SAT tests. Honors classes prepare more than easier courses. 10 SATs book or similar books. Practice under ACT and SAT conditions. 3.5 hours in library or undisturbed area. Trial test taking increases scores. First questions are usually easiest. Trust your brain. Last questions are hardest and deceptive, tricky answers. The last questions, if you do not know answer, take least likely answer. 4% of students get last questions right. Make up a sentence with analogy questions. College bound. Peace of mind is worth something. Confidence, satisfaction are priceless. Stay mentally, spiritually, and physically fit. People are living longer. People who attend religious service are less likely to have heart attacks. Where there's a will, there's an A. Grade school. Techniques work like magic, if you work them. 1 in 3 American adults cannot read. Use of wrong tools impairs learning. Axe sledgehammer example of right tool to cut down tree. Mathematics. People believe what you tell them. Math is hard, his example. Write clearly, align columns, copy numbers accurately. Precision improves grades. 2,000 years to develop math. Take math one day at a time. Numbers are all around us. We may as well get good at numbers. Use math at stores. Can example. Make math fun. Math is hard is a myth. Math is a psychological problem. Most 8th graders can't solve 2-step problems. 93%. Henry Ford quote, self-fulfilling prophecy. 12 to 14 principles solve 70 to 80% of all math science problems. First graders are taught 0 is nothing. 3rd graders are taught 0 is a placeholder. 5th graders are taught 0 is a number. This can confuse students. Math builds on itself. Example, adding, subtracting, multiplying, dividing. Math must be learned step by step. Missing one class will impair learning math. Class example with missed classes is a math problem. Being in room with children helps, supports them. Encouragement is important, especially for children. How children learn math. Reading, 10%, hearing, 20%, seeing, 30%, seeing and hearing, 50%, talking, 70%, talking and handling, 90%. Make math visible, concrete. Myth. Math is just for boys. Surprise your daughter with a mechanical toy. Myth. Shouldn't count on fingers. Spend more time on math. Algebra is a series of riddles. We can simplify math. 12 over 24 equals 1/2. Geometry was created for engineering. Challenge children. Difficult to learn if things are too easy. Tennis example. Working together forms bonds which are good. Consult teacher when needed. Teachers love to teach. Use library resources or different books. Consider a student teacher. Learning. Study when concentration is at a peak. Study in short bursts. Study less and learn more. Information sets during intervals. Breaks. Both sides of brain are important. Left logical, right creative. Left brain, writing, science, math, chess, computer, lyrics. Right brain, dreamer, movies, members, faces, physical games, melody, piano. Get children interested in left-right brain or non-dominant side. Visual learner learns best by seeing. Hearing learner learns best by tapes and videos. Mobile learner, buddy system learner, learns best with tutor, help, etc. Operative learner learns best by acting out. Informal learner, sound learner, learns best with noise and background. Pushing is not very effective unless someone else does it for you. Piano story of example of motivation. Psyched into learning. Reading group story about expectation and psyching. 500 pounds and 4-minute mile. Expectation and psyching example. Psychological barriers are in the mind. Balancing right, left brain is crucial. Reading. The best way to be a good reader is to read. Gender bias has impact on reading and grades in the USA. Read actively by writing down questions for a test. Warm up and get into the mood. Think about subject before reading. Imagery. Use questions after headings and subheadings of chapters. 75% to 90% of learning is visual. 15% of students have vision issues. Reading technique of whole in paper to focus on one word at a time. Read to your child. Provide interesting reading material. Hurry child syndrome applies to life too. Many of math and science issues stem from impaired reading. Suitable reading per minute. Science, 100 words. History, 200 words. Fiction, 250 words. Skimming, 500 words. Comprehension is more important than speed. Doctors and lawyers read methodically or slow for full comprehension. Spelling. The secret to spelling is reading. Use the dictionary. Learning differences. Food, motivation, the teacher, all impact learning. Avoid too much sugar. Encourage a hot breakfast. Slow progressions are best for change. Increase physical activity. Diet and nutrition and physical activity affect learning. Parent report card, similar to your USA Wrestling questionnaire. Fears and stress. Parents think children are afraid of surgery, new baby, dentist, getting lost, losing an eye. Children are afraid of being different. Principal's office, lowered self-esteem, being ridiculed. Children would like to have you listen. Children are afraid of bullies. Learning and demonstrating self-defense impacts people. Your interest and attention builds confidence. Names have impact on people. Composition in names, example of same content and different names. Names can cause ridicule or stress. Laughing is good medicine. Endorphins are the brain's natural painkillers. Create psychological advantages. Good strokes helps you accomplish things. Bad strokes lingers. When test taking, Remember, lucky pen. Speeches. Fear of forgetting and everyone is looking at me. Talk about things you are interested in with props. Props can hide notes and take focus off you or crowd. Background music eases stress while studying. Sleep affects stress level. Prop up feet to get oxygen back to brain. Breathe deeply to increase oxygen back to brain. Eat something sweet to increase blood sugar. Small meals versus big meals before studying. Sleeping pills reduce recall by about 10%. Relaxation, meditation, imagery, self-talk alleviate stress and depression. Go over directions with child to reduce stress. Contact teacher if you need help. Praise quality work. Writing. Typing versus typewriters. Quality work is habit forming. Content is affected by appearance. Two major components of papers, quality and appearance. Blue Book example of appearance versus quality. Erasable pens for written hand essay tests. Appearance affects impressions. Why not start now? 5 steps for writing. Outline, topic sentences, list subtopics, leave space, fill in space, reformat, edit, write short paragraphs, check grammar and spelling. Read aloud. Neatness will increase grades. Studying smart. Studying smart means using the right techniques. Time and effort doesn't necessarily get results. Interval training, interval studying. Mark only if you do not know with Post-its. Go over till you know, throw away Post-it note. Warm up before you study. Squeeze fists, tighten all muscles, relax, take deep breath. Imagine what you are going to study. Repeat, I can do it. Persistence pays off. I'll give it all I got. Mothers never give up on you. Evidence is you are walking. Study hard for the first week. Try to get an A on the first test. This sets standard, especially for competitive kids. Recognize your child's biological clock. Body temperature, metabolism are all increased by a biological clock. Early bird, night owl, or normal. Vince Lombardi quote, I do expect excellence. Stress excellence over perfection. Lean forward, concentration example, with breaking chalk. Whenever possible, sit up front. Test taking. Suggest trial test questions to warm up. Remember that lucky pen. Ask teacher about unclear questions. Teachers want to help. Never leave questions blank. Draw diagrams for difficult questions. Often, answer may come out of picture. Stick with hunches. 2/3 of hunches are correct. Every once in a while, 1/3 answer changes are right. Cross out matching choices. This avoids rereading the same answer. Review the morning of the test. Short-term memory works in the morning. If child fails, does poorly on first test, encourage them to be persistent. You'll eventually succeed if you are persistent. Memory. Our memory is excellent. Our recall needs assistance. Rote memory takes a lot of time. Linking memory method is much more effective. Linking either with a story or a known fact with another known fact. Mercury was holding a thermometer and handed the thermometer to Lady Venus. Lady Venus was looking across at Earth, and Earth was looking up at Mars. Mars noticed that Jupiter was a giant. Jupiter was looking at the Sun. The Sun is an acronym for Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Wearing a hat looks at Pluto. Learn how to operate your perfect memory. Acronym, HOMES, is another linking method, as is SCUBA, self-contained breathing apparatus. Science. Chemical changes take place when we learn. Blush, riding bike, songs, ABCs, numbers are all examples of chemical changes we've all undergone. Brain and muscles have memory. More PhDs are foreign now. Encourage science. That is Mr. Wizard TV show, Nova TV show, Pop Science magazine, highlights, books. Maps and globes are helpful for learning too. Languages. 2% of students are fluent in foreign languages. 1/3 of new jobs are due to foreign trade. Study languages in short bursts. Get into languages by getting magazines, traveling, Facebook and Twitter so that you can be pen pals. You're never too young to start a foreign language. Note-taking. Write in keywords versus sentences. Take notes like you think. Identify key ideas in class. Usually there are 6 to 8 key ideas per class. Study with possible test questions in mind. Clue. What teacher puts on board is important. Clue. Listen for obvious statements. Example. This is important. Another example. Oh, incidentally. This phrase may happen at beginning or end of class. View notes immediately after class. Listen, write, read, review. Trouble learning. Example. Listen in class. Notes in class. Review right after class. Parent, teacher, school, homeschooling. Parent-teacher contact improves grades. Teachers are more apt to help interested families. Children are more apt to learn if parents are involved. One person can do things in our system. Book example of Saving Money by Professor Olney. Goal getting. Actually doing it. Always write down goals. Let your child set goals. Why not start early? Celebrate goal achievements. All your children needs is your belief in them. Expectation and faith and support go a long way.